What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Play Diamond. At this point, you probably already seen heart, club, spade, and you should know what those terms are. This is diamond. It's very similar to the other videos. It's just this is what this term is producing. So diamond is simply a cut from the back right corner. I told y'all before, when you think of heart and diamond, I want y'all to think of the color red. The color red has an R. Think of the right side, right? Heart is the right wing, diamond is the back right corner. So the reason why we're going to use the term diamond is for better communication and a faster reaction. A lot of times when we're playing, I might be put in a position where I simply can't see the person that's in that particular spot, and just having a universal term should make it easy for everybody to perform the action. So with that being said, when we look at diamond, it's just simply going to be a cut from this back right corner. As you can look at the offense and the defense, I always set it up in 2-3 because that's the most common thing. But all I'm going to simply do is say diamond, and this person's going to cut back door. Now, one thing to note is I could call this action from any of the 3 spots. From here, here, or here. So, just so there is no confusion, I'm rarely ever going to call diamond or spade. Those are the two, like spade is the back left corner, diamond is the back right corner. I'm rarely ever going to call it. The corners are very important. When you run to the corner, a lot of times you can't move. So, the reason why you can't move from the corner is because it holds the most pressure on the defense. It's the shortest distance 3, and it's so hard not to help from that position. A lot of times, I'm going to go back into this. A lot of times, this corner man is either a point guard, which is the one time you might hear me actually call diamond, or it's the center, which you'll never ever hear me call diamond because I don't want the center rotating to the rim. Right? I would never call a backdoor cut and send a shot blocker to the rim. That's the stupidest thing ever. What you will see me do is, let's say this person is the point guard and that person's the center, right? I might call heart to force the action or this center to rotate down to the paint, and then this guy rotates down to the corner. From there, once this person comes all the way through up top, obviously the defender's going to follow, and now you have a guard in the corner, in which case you might hear me say diamond because you might have a point guard or somebody very small guard. So getting into some gameplay, diamond is simple. Like I said, I could be in any one of the 3 spots, but it's just simply, you hear me say diamond, and as you notice in this back right corner as he's cutting, that is a point guard on him. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that he probably has no defense, no interior defense. And again, I never want a center to rotate down here. So call that, you get a wide open backdoor cut, easy day. Now I want to show y'all a few things out of this action, right? Again, I never really will call diamond that much unless you have that unique scenario. You just got a small guy on you, because we take advantage of smaller players. So being able to hold this corner is very important. A lot of times as we run in these actions, I'm going to back it up and go through it. A lot of times I might even throw the ball directly to the corner, or we might have this swing action where you swing here to get a wide open shot. Those swing plays are very important. And a lot of times, if the person in that wing can't make that pass quick enough, then it screws up the whole action. But that swing is important because, again, that's the shortest distance 3, and it holds the defense the most accountable. As you see, Strap knocked down the 3 ball. So a lot of times when you do catch the ball in the corner, you're going to be more so a playmaker. There's a couple of plays you run. Again, I'm going to switch some of the terms that people already know. to keep everything in the same set. But you're probably more so gonna be a playmaker. When you catch the ball in the corner, very, very, very rarely are you ever gonna throw the ball to the same side as you. That is the easiest steal. A lot of times you're talking about 99 steal defenders lurking this area. Don't throw the ball here. Be patient and throw the ball either here or look for the wide open cutter. If you don't have none of that stuff available, you might even be in position to go one-on-one. But depends on your player, depends on your skill set. But never throw that ball to this wing right here. I would much rather you try to throw it here. At least this wing can get back on defense. So you throw it here, that's the playmaking ability. And again, you create a swing scenario. So the ball swings here, swings back to the corner where it originally started for a wide open three ball. Again, it just happened to be strapped. I'm not trying to single nobody out, just happened to be strapped taking this shot. So next play, a lot of times this is the action that you see. Team be in some type of zone. And I'm going to tell this person to come through. And when this person comes through, the center is going to drop down. This person is supposed to swing to the corner, but of course the ball is moving faster than the actual player can move. And you're going to get a wide open shot. Again, it just happens to be strapped here, but you can see he's consistently getting these wide open looks no matter who we play against. So going to this next play, this is why I say I don't want to bring the center to the paint. I say it all the time, and sometimes people just try to do their own thing. So right here, I'm bringing the ball down. Jamaica's going to take it upon itself. More so, I did not call this cut. I know I didn't call this cut because it's a big man guarding him. But he tries to take the big man. If you're going to go, I always tell people to push through because the pass will open it up for a layup or a dunk or something like that. But as you can see, he gets the big man up in the air, but it doesn't matter. This is a guy that probably has 95 shot blocking or something like that, so pogo stick gonna be there. This is why I don't never bring him to the paint. Yes, it was a good take, but it never really works out well as you see them get the rebound and get a chance to get on the break. I said all the time, and I've seen countless examples when I was going through finding clips. Do not bring this dude to the paint. I don't care how much you think you can beat him. He is designed to protect the rim. A lot of times he don't even have perimeter defense. He just has interior. So you trying to score on him in the paint is not going to go well. All right, jumping into this next clip. The same similar situation. This is probably more so shooting guard in his back right corner. And I'm going to send the guy through. Right? And when I send this person through, a lot of times, like I said, I'll replace where he came from to give Jamaica a chance to come back to the top because I don't want people rotating to the same spot they just came from. But when I send people through, I'm just trying to see what these two people in the back right side do. Do they switch it? Do they stay home? What is their goal? Are they in man-to-man? Are they in zone? How is the defense supposed to rotate in the situation? Because there's obviously movement. And I tell people all the time, if you want to score on teams, you have to make the defense move. So when he went through this time, you notice that they didn't switch. The corner stayed home. This guy's in position for the passing lane still. Great defense by them. But whenever you roll somebody through, you create an angle to actually get downhill. So as Jamaica is supposed to come back up top, I'm actually going to go downhill. And what this does is it creates the same situation just between me and Jamaica. These guys have to decide what they're going to do. Is the person that was already at the rim going to stay home? Is this guy going to rotate back up top? Well, if they do that, I got a wide open dunk. If they both collapse down on me, then Jamaica's wide open. Now, you notice at this point, the guy from the corner has swung all the way to Jamaica. And this obviously would have been a great play, but this is where you learn to slide into the gap. Obviously, I'm going to try to lead the pass the best I can away from the defender. But you can create a swing scenario. So Jamaica catches it. Obviously, the corner's wide open because there's no defender there. And that's why I said in the beginning of the video, staying home and staying put in them corners is very important. It's very important. The only thing I can say in this particular situation is if the corner actually wants to slide into the gap a little bit more, that would have been fine. It just makes it a little bit harder for the defense to get there. But nonetheless, staying put in the corner works out. As you see again, Strap with a wide open three. If you follow these videos and follow the instructions, you'll always do well on my team. So at this point, I'm looking at the corner. The corner has a smaller defender on them. This is actually the point guard guarding. A lot of times, if you have a little bit of playmaking ability, dunking ability to get a layup, bully animation, whatever, I might just throw you the ball and tell you to go one-on-one. That's like my thing. Like, this is my time to let you be creative, do your own thing. You can post up, you can beat it to the rim, you can force the help and kick it out. You can do whatever. But we also run plays that, again, I'm going to change the terminology. Right now, everybody knows this is swim. In the future, I will make a new video to tell you what the new terminology is. But swim is essentially when go into the corner, set the screen here. It's going to be a wrap over the top. I call it swim because he swims over the top. And as he swims over the top, I then float underneath. Right, that was the terminology before. Again, I will change it in a future video. Right there, the swim came over the top. Of course, it creates a double team action. I slip wide open underneath. Right, and that's with the pass having to go over the top. A lot of times, if the screen is good, it's going to free up a wide open shot at the top anyway. Same situation damn near, right? This time I'm going to kick it to the corner. You got the man who just cut through. You see Loco, he just cut through. He's going to rotate back up top. As he's rotating back up top, I just simply go underneath. It's just an ace scenario, right? I pass it, cut behind. They have to choose, and of course they want to give up threes, so I get a wide open, uncontested layup. And this is, again, allowing the corner to be a playmaker. It's a beautiful job. Number one reason why corners are so important is because in our style of offense, offensive rebounding is important. And in the offensive rebound, the first thing I'm going to look to is the two corners. Again, they the shortest distance three. A lot of times people are trying to fast break, and you can catch them off guard by simply grabbing an offensive rebound. So, first of all, let's talk about this. Y'all see my meter. Y'all see it. This happens to me so often in the year NBA 2K24. I have a full meter, as full as it can get, and I'm still missing the layup sometimes. Like, it's so annoying. But, again, you get the offensive rebound, you see the other team that's broke, and who's left open? The corner. And that's why I tell people all the time, you have to follow the offensive game plan to the T. We already had things in place to help stop the fast break. And sometimes you will have to adjust throughout the game, but the game plan says you have to stick around. If you're in the corner, stick around just in case you get the offensive rebound. So you be wide open. And again, Strap is wide open. So y'all pretty much know the result at this point. Strap ain't missing these wide open shots. All right, the last thing I'm going to show really don't have nothing to do with Diamond itself, but it shows you how the natural progression of things work once you get into the flow of the offense. So, Diamond got the cutback door, right? Nothing was there. I'm gonna replace where he came from. Why? So I can give him somewhere else to return to. As I go through, I notice that they switch off. There's a couple of things I'm looking at. All right, I'm gonna back it up for a second and give y'all a little bit of time to see if y'all can figure out what I just saw. Now, of course, you probably are not gonna figure it out unless you play point guard, but as I sent him through and came through behind him, I noticed the rotation of this particular player. And most people don't see that. You know, they so worried about everything else that's going around. It's the last thing they're looking at. But for me, that's just naturally how my brain operates. So notice this player. So we're gonna start up from the beginning. You got Diamond, right? Send this player through. If I was able to make the actual pass and he can catch and dunk, that would be great. More than likely, you see this guy has long arms, probably has a very high steal. It's not a smart pass. You roll through here, and again, I'm taking the corner to give Strap somewhere to go back to, because I don't want people going back to the same spot. When we get a little bit more advanced, instead of Strap coming back to this particular wing, I would have had Jamaica slide into the gap which goes to the wing, and then Strap would have just came and stayed up top. And what would have happened is it would have forced their point guard right here, who's defending the corner, to have to guard me one-on-one, which he don't want to do that from no spot on the floor because he doesn't have as much defense. But nonetheless, if they hadn't switched, I would have just threw it back to Strap for a wide open shot. But since I noticed they did switch, I noticed the rotation of this guy sliding to the corner. All right. And the reason why that's so important is we reset. You're going to see me bring the ball back out, which means Strap now has to rotate to the corner. Because again, I started from the corner. I don't want to go back to the same spot. So he's going to rotate down to the corner. This time when I slid over, I've located to Loco, hey, I need you to slide into the gap, which means just slide over so he has to choose between you and another offensive player. So when I bring the ball over here, that's what I was telling Loco. I said, Loco, your man is going to the corner, slide into the gap so he can't play both of y'all. Now with 6 seconds left, that's all. Now that communication has happened, I'm gonna cross back over. And this time you're gonna notice him slide into the gap. And the beautiful thing I like about this action is because the shot clock is running down, my two corners are naturally going to try to get the offensive rebound because that's part of the game plan. If I throw up a shot, they're going to try to get the board. It would be up to Loco and Jamaica to get back on defense. But this time, Loco slid into the gap, which gives him a wide open shot. And on that, you see D-Mac got in position to get the offensive rebound. Strap went down there to get it, but again, he's going against a big man. Probably not going to get the board, but at least him fighting for it means it's less people breaking. If Loco gets a wide open shot, you can't give him that shot. So anyway, I hope everybody has figured out the terminology at this point. Again, for the last time, Diamond is the back right corner. It's been Lethal. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.